We all love to travel, but one reality of being a tourist is the possibility of theft. My guest today, Adam Rapp, and his company, Clothing Arts, has addressed the most common form of theft tourists face, and that is the pickpocket. Hi, Adam. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, Ed. Thanks for having us.
Let's talk about your story and how you decided to get into this business.
Well, it really comes from travel inspiration. A long time ago, well, maybe not that long, 5 years ago, I quit my job. I was a hedge fund trader on Wall Street, and I realized that I had never done any traveling, so I packed my life into a backpack, and I left for Europe, and I wanted to see, how the beauty of the world. Along the way, I made my way through Southeast Asia, and I was noticing that my clothes were just falling apart. They just weren't built to the quality that a traveler really needed. So the company really started from just wanting to build clothes that would last up to, life on the road. So along the way, we came up with a number of different inspirations. The pants, I'll touch upon in a moment, but the company really started on a bus ride in Cambodia. We were traveling from Phnom Penh to Kampong Thom, which is sort of halfway in between Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, to go see a temple structure. And I was just throwing around some ideas, and I realized that no one was taking into consideration the beauty of the country when making a line of T-shirts. There was tons of tourist items that you could take back, which would have, Phnom Penh or Angkor Wat, or I went all the way somewhere and I got this T-shirt. And I really saw the beauty of these countries around us, and I felt that a line of T-shirts that really embraced the culture and just truthfully translated it into a T-shirt, and a super high-quality T-shirt at that, would make a lot of sense to travelers. It would not only look good, but it would last you for years on the road. So that's how the company really got started, with a line of T-shirts called the Cloth Heart Cambodia Collection. And what we do is we get inspired by the country, which in this case was Cambodia, and we created a line of super high-quality T-shirts based on it. And we donate 20% of the proceeds from each T-shirt to a children's charity in the region that inspires the collection. So it's not only dedicated to life on the road, but money is going directly back to worthy charities that sort of help the future generations in that country. Then the pants, that was an evolution of an idea that started while we were traveling through China. And in the bell towers underneath the streets of Xi'an, you have these giant traffic circles. And pickpocketing is a huge problem in the city. One day when we were walking through the bell tower, a team had come up behind me and my fellow traveler, and they were going for my wallet and her purse and her backpack. So luckily we noticed that something was happening and turned around just in time to see them disappear into the crowded mass of people behind us. But that was the moment that I looked down at my pants and I realized that the basic chinos that I was wearing on my travels just wasn't enough security. Why wasn't there a way to sort of bridge the two together? Because we all know how cumbersome money belts can be. There's just so much inefficiency involved in the whole design of having your money multiple layered underneath your clothes. Granted, it gives you a lot of security, but there really isn't function there. So Clothing Arts really came into its own when we created a garment that puts the security back in the hands of the traveler, and that would be the pickpocket-proof pants that you've tried, and thankfully you enjoy wearing them, and hopefully many travelers will enjoy wearing them.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't really think about until it happens to you. And people will talk about it a bit, but we really don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about the clothes that we wear or ways to secure our money, our passports, our credit cards. I'm kind of curious, as you thought about the design of this, did you give much thought to what might have happened if, or what does happen to people when they get pickpocketed? What kind of inconvenience that causes for people?
Well, yeah, the moment when we almost had the run-in with a pickpocket, had I lost my wallet, we were in the middle of China, we had no access to money, it would have been an absolute disaster. And I thought about carrying money belts, but I never really wanted to deal with the inefficiency. And as you had mentioned, I always said it's going to happen to someone else. It's never going to happen to me. But the real reason is that when we're halfway across the world, we stand out like a sore thumb. So it's better to be prepared. And the garment is basically designed with multiple ways that you can secure your belongings based on how you travel as an individual. So each one of our pockets are going to come with not only a zipper but also a cover. So you choose if you want one level of security, two levels of security, or in fact 3 levels of security, because we build a special hidden triple secure passport pocket into the rear left cargo design in each one of our lines of clothes.
It's interesting as I look at the pants, and the particular one that I have, you'd never know just by looking at it that you have all those layers of security. The way you design the pants, it hides those areas, and it looks so. The pants they look very good. You'd never know at first glance that there's so many levels of security it built into these pants.
Well, we've put a lot of thought into the design, and we're approaching it from the standpoint of urban wear. So you'd have urban wear, and that's all about the form of a garment. And then you have outerwear, which unfortunately most of the time is all about the function of the garment. But when we set about designing, we came upon an idea to combine urban with outerwear flair. So you have not only a garment that is aesthetically pleasing, but we use incredibly durable fabrics. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of the garment that you as the traveler really don't need to know about, but we as the designers make it so that you'll have it for a decade or more. We build lasting durability, and it's all about the layers. So again, you choose how secure you want it. You can have your flaps open and just the zipper covered, and with the zipper, nothing is going to be falling out of your pocket. But then once you secure that flap, now that's 2 levels. There's no pickpocket in the world that is going to be able to get through 2 degrees of security without you knowing something's happening. And then because I'm a lefty, no one ever designs anything thinking of the lefty in mind. The righty and the lefty should be able to use the pants equally. So we create a complete symmetrical design. So both the front pockets are identical and the rear pockets are identical, with the exception of the triple secure pocket in the rear left. A lot of the features within the garment that you would have to really get up close to notice would one be the cell phone pockets that are within the front 2 pockets that you can store either your business card, your digital camera, or your smartphone. It's an incredible way to travel or just walk around the street anyway. It allows you to have your smartphone high up on your hip so it doesn't interfere with your normal range of motion, and it allows you to take back your pocket, which has been held hostage by your phone or your camera, etc. You can have keys and your smartphone in the same pocket. Another feature that you wouldn't really notice is that all of our pockets are double thick, so they're cut resistant. A razor would easily go through 1 level of fabric, but 2 levels of fabric, that razor is not going to be able to pass through. So you're going to be able to thwart a pickpocket that walks up to you with a razor and tries to go at your valuables that way. We also then take the added step of using incredibly strong thread, some of the finest thread that we were able to get our hands on. It's in fact strong enough to break the fibers to break your skin before you break the fibers of the thread. It's incredible. So once you add the double layers of fabric and super strong thread, that razor is definitely not going to have a chance to cut through. We also go the extra mile of coating our fabric with special finishes. We use advanced dual-action DuPont Teflon, which is DuPont's highest grade of release and repel technology. Release allows you to have ground-in stains come out of fabric easier, and then repel allows you to have water just roll right off. So when you combine the two, you're going to be protected against not only a coffee spill, but a grass stain or whatever you're going to find on the road.
That's one of the things that I like about these pants. We were talking earlier about how durable they are. I try to stay away from the khaki color, just simply because I always get those pants stained. And when we were talking earlier, you were saying I could spill coffee, a drop of coffee on the pants, and it would just beat up the water. The coffee would just beat up and roll away. That I could wear these doing almost any type of activity. I wouldn't have to worry about them getting any ground in dirt. You've got technology that allows the ground and dirt to be released from the from the fabric and easily washed away. I think that helps travelers a lot, especially me, when I'm maybe putting in an extra maybe 1 or 2 pairs of pants for fear that I may get one stained and I can't get the stain out, so I can't use that pair anymore. As opposed to these pair, I could take just 2 different pairs. I could take the shorts. I could take one of the long pair of pants in either one of the business or the adventure line, and I would be set for pants because you've got a variety of different colors, and they look great. They look, certainly the ones that I have here, I could wear in almost any business casual situation.
Thank you. Well, we designed the pants to, be your go-to travel garment. There's 2 lines, as you had touched upon. There's an adventure line and there's a business line, and both are meant to be worn. This is not a garment that we want you to, put against the wall and look at. We really want you to put it on your person and take it all over the world. You'll be able to wear our garments for longer and take them on trips further afield than you would any other company's product. And we do this because of the materials that we put in. We are travelers, so when we set about designing them, we thought about how best can we make a garment that is our dream pair of travel pants, and the P-Cubed line, pickpocket-proof pants, are the result. And it didn't start out as we were going to create something so incredibly revolutionary. It's just that when we started piecing all the different parts to the puzzle, the thread, the fabric, the best zippers that we can get, and then our unique designs, we just changed the way a garment really is worn. And you'll get so much more use, and you'll be able to wear our garment for longer. And I think that's all about building value to the traveler. If we love them and we wear them every day of our lives all over the world. I was telling you earlier, I have 1 pair of pants that I've worn since March. It's one of my 3 pairs, and it looks as good as the day that I put it on. And that's important because you want your garment to be worn for as long as you can possibly want.
How long typically can we expect your pants to hold up?
We can extrapolate and say that the garment will last you 5 years. The garment might last you 10 years. When it comes to our adventure line, because of the cotton and the nylon that's mixed into the fabric, that line, I can say that with continuous wear, it will last you at least twice as long as one of our competitors' products. I'm fairly certain that it would last much, much longer than that. We really don't know. We've had some people wear it, and they've tested out the design, and they say, by the time they're 70, they'll still be wearing this pants. Or there was another reviewer that said it's going to become a family heirloom. It'll be passed down. We're not about making, disposable garments. We're about making the best quality that we can put together. So it's all about, how you wear them and how you love them. And, I'm fairly certain that 5 to 10 years from the day that you first put on our pants, you'll still have them in your closet, and they'll still be as functional, as durable, and as well put together as the day that you bought them.
Well, that's something that everybody would love to hear. How about the price points for some of your line, for the adventure line and the business line?
Our shorts on the business line start out at $80, and then on the adventure, they're $85. And for pants, our business line pants start out at $100, and then they go to $110 for the adventure line. We do this because of the amount of time that goes into the production of one of our pairs of pants. They might sound like they cost a little bit more than your average, pair of Columbia pants or Patagonia pants, etc. That the difference is the amount of labor that goes into making one of ours versus our competitors. For example, a pair of Levi's jeans on mass production takes about 17 minutes to go from fabric into finished pant. For one of our pants, it takes about 120 minutes. So if you think about the difference in scale, you're dealing with 8 times as much labor goes into making a single pair, and that's because of all the features that you can see and all the stuff that you can't see in our pants. We try to build value into it, and we're removing the need for you to carry a money belt. We're in fact giving you all the safety and security of 4 money belts and putting all that function right at your fingertips. In many ways, that kind of security and function is priceless. So in a pair of our pants, you can figure that you're going to be able to wear them for longer and get more use out of them.
Well, then I can see in just the quality of the garment, just visually looking at it, when you can feel the material, you can feel that it's a thicker material. Even though it feels thicker, more sturdy, it's still very comfortable.
Well,
One
again,
of the other things,
the choice of ingredients that goes. I like to describe it sometimes as if you're making a meal for your family. You would get the best ingredients that you can possibly get to make that meal. So what we do at Clothing Arts is we work very closely with our suppliers, and we ask them for the best that they can possibly give us. Sometimes we pay more than most companies would ever think to pay for our materials, and that's because we're trying to build that kind of value into our garment that you had just touched on, when it not only functions incredibly well, but it also feels amazing. So it's all about finding that sort of happy medium between incredible function and comfort, and that's where the urban wear and outerwear comes in. The business line that you're wearing, that is a 250-gram, 100% cotton twill. So it's 100% cotton, so you don't think durability. But again, we treat it with the advanced dual-action Teflon, so that makes the stains and the water roll right off. We use a very high quality, very densely woven twill, so it's incredibly durable that way in just the fiber itself. And then we brush it so it's incredibly smooth. So you can put our chino next to a polo chino, next to a Hilfiger chino, etc. And if you didn't notice all the design that goes on the top of the pants, just on the feel itself, ours will feel just as good, if not better, than theirs.
That I would agree with, because I have those pants in my wardrobe, and I find that these are just as comfortable, just as soft, but it has that added peace of mind that you just don't get with a normal pant when you're traveling.
Well,
and
it's also meant to be worn at home. So when you're, going for that polo chino or that Hilfiger chino, we want you to also instead go for ours. So again, that's where we're building value for you. That pair of pants is not just going to, be reserved for your travel garments. It's not going to be your ex officio line where you're going to wear it on occasion but not wear it, 80% of the year. When we set out to design ours, we wanted you to be walking down the streets of New York, of Boston, of Chicago, and then say, hey, I'm getting on a plane in 20 hours. Okay, I'm just going to wear the exact same pair of pants. I'm going to throw the passport in the hidden passport pocket, and off you go. It's also the same thing with our T-shirts, too. We build them, we like to say that they're designed to go up the side of a mountain or be worn underneath a sport jacket. So it's about building the quality into fabrics that not only sit well abroad, but also something that you'll want to walk down the street of your hometown.
And I really do like the design of both. I like the designs of the T-shirts. I think they're very unique, and I love the design of the pants. And I can see them being used as an everyday pant. In fact, I'm going to be wearing them during the holidays where spills are most likely to happen. We're moving a lot of furniture and things because I'm with my in-laws, and it's a big family. So it'll be an interesting test to wear these during the holidays and see how they come out on the other end in January.
Well, I'm confident that after your holiday season is over and after you've washed the pants, whatever happened during the preparation, the moving of furniture, getting oil, grease, cranberry sauce, whatnot on the garment, you'll end up noticing that they look just as good as the day that you put them on.
Well, that I'm looking forward to seeing. That I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. Well, I have read some of the other reviews about the pants, and pretty much unanimously, people find these to be the best travel pants on the market right now, and I certainly can't argue that fact. They're comfortable, as we've mentioned. They're very lightweight. They look great. I did want to ask you if there was anything else that you wanted to share with us today.
Well, we're incredibly happy about the reviews that we've gotten, and we couldn't have asked for anything better. And it's all about putting the quality into the garment. As far as what I'd like to share with you is the fact that I come from a family that is deep within the educational structure of our country. My mother is a school teacher, or was a school teacher in the New York public system for about 25 years. I have a deep respect for what she's done and for everything that you and the listeners would have done for the students that have come through their doors. So we at Clothing Arts would like to extend a 20% discount on all of our products for the life of our company to the wandering educators. You can just enter a coupon code EDUCATOR into our site, and you are welcome to try all our gear at a discount as a thanks from us to you for all the hard work that you've put in over the years.
All right. Well, Adam, I certainly appreciate your time. Thank you again for the pants. They are great. I can't wait to wear them during the holiday season. And for those of you that are very interested, you can go to clothingarts.com, look at the clothing line, and if you find something there that you like, and I'm sure you will, you can get a 20% discount by entering EDUCATOR into the I guess, discount code form, and get an instant 20% discount.
Well, thank you for having us, and we appreciate your trying the pants and for loving them and for informing all your members about them.
Thank you.
Thanks.